Welcome to my channel Bookish English 2. Do you study English, learn grammar, memorize words, but when it's time to speak, nothing comes out? Your mind feels blank and your voice disappears. It hurts, doesn't it? The good news is, there is a simple way out. In this video, I will show you how small talk and self-talk can turn silence into fluency and fear into confidence. Stay with me, because this could be the turning point in your English journey. Chapter 1: Why We Struggle. When you start to learn English, the first thing you notice is how exciting it feels. You imagine yourself speaking fluently, talking with confidence, and sharing your ideas with the world. But then, when the moment comes, something strange happens. Your mouth feels heavy. Your mind becomes blank. The words you studied are suddenly gone, like they disappeared into the air. You want to speak, but nothing comes out. This moment is painful, and it makes many learners think that maybe English is too difficult, or maybe they are not good enough. But this is not true. The problem is not you. The problem is the way you are trying to learn. Most learners spend many months writing grammar rules, memorizing vocabulary lists, and reading textbooks. They do this with hope. But when they face real life, the reality feels very different. Real conversations are fast, natural, and emotional. People do not speak like the books. And when you try to use your grammar knowledge in real time, your brain feels slow. You want to make the perfect sentence, but the other person has already finished speaking. That is when frustration grows and fear begins to control you. I want you to understand something important. You are not alone in this struggle. Every English learner in the world has faced this problem. Even the most fluent speakers today once felt the same. They too were silent in their class. They too avoided speaking because they did not want to look foolish. They too wondered if fluency was possible for them. So when you feel this pain, remember, it is not a sign of weakness. It is simply a sign that you need a different way. The truth is, fluency does not come from knowing thousands of words. It does not come from memorizing long grammar rules. Fluency comes from using English in simple, natural, and daily ways. That is why small talk and self-talk are so powerful. They break the fear. They break the silence. They give you real practice, even when you are alone, even when you have no partner. But before we talk about solutions, we must face the real problem. The biggest reason you struggle is not because you cannot learn, it is because you wait. You wait for the perfect time. You wait to know more words. You wait to feel ready. And in this waiting, days pass, months pass, years pass. And English remains only in your notebook, not in your voice. This waiting is the real enemy. The longer you wait, the heavier your fear becomes. You must stop waiting. You must start speaking now, even if your sentences are broken, even if your words are small, because broken English spoken today is better than perfect English that never comes. The courage to try is more powerful than the fear of making a mistake. The mistake is not in speaking wrong, the mistake is in not speaking at all. Think about this. A child does not learn by waiting for grammar. A child does not wait for a big vocabulary. A child speaks, plays with words, makes mistakes, and learns with joy. And very soon, the child becomes fluent. But adults forget this simple truth. We believe we must be perfect before we start. This belief is false, and it is the reason many learners stay silent for years. I want you to feel something right now. Your struggle is not the end of your journey, it is the beginning. Every blank mind, every broken sentence, every nervous pause, all of these are steps on the road to fluency. The fact that you struggle means you are already on the path, and that is something to celebrate. So if you are watching this video, I want you to make a decision today. Stop telling yourself you are not ready. Stop saying, "One day I will speak." Start with today. Start with now. Speak one simple sentence, even if you are alone. Say, "I am learning." Say, "I can improve." Say, "I will speak." These are not just words, these are doors opening to your new English life. The struggle you feel today will become the story you tell tomorrow. One day, you will look back and say, "I was afraid, but I spoke anyway." That is the first step, and that step will take you further than any grammar book ever can. Chapter 2: The Power of Smalltalk. When people think about speaking English fluently, they often imagine long speeches, big presentations, or serious conversations. They think fluency means using advanced vocabulary and complicated sentences. But, in reality, fluency begins with something very small and very simple. It begins with small talk. Small talk is the everyday conversation that makes life flow. It is the hello to your neighbor, the good morning to your teacher, the thank you to the shopkeeper. Small talk looks small, but in truth, it is the strongest door that opens to fluency. Why is small talk so powerful? Because it is natural, it is easy, it is everywhere. You do not need a special situation to practice it. You do not need a big vocabulary to use it. You can use small talk today, right now, with the words you already know. This is the beauty of it. Small talk is simple, but it is real communication. And every time you use it, you are practicing English in a real, living way. Think about this for a moment. Every big conversation in life begins with small talk. Before a job interview, the interviewer may ask, "How are you today?" Before a meeting, someone might say, "The weather is nice, isn't it?" Before making a new friend, you often begin with a smile and a simple greeting. Without small talk, conversations feel cold. With small talk, doors open. This is why learning and practicing small talk is not a waste of time. It is the foundation of your fluency. Many learners ignore small talk because it feels too easy. They want to study something advanced. But let me tell you this: if you cannot handle the easy, you cannot handle the hard. If you cannot say hello, how are you with confidence, how will you give a speech? If you cannot say thank you so much naturally, how will you express your deep ideas? Mastering small talk is not only important, it is necessary. I remember a time when I spoke with a learner who studied English for many years. She could write essays. She knew difficult words. But when she went to a shop and someone asked, "How's your day?" she froze. She had no answer. She felt embarrassed. She thought she was weak. But the truth was simple. She practiced everything except small talk. And that is why her fluency felt broken. After she began practicing greetings, smiles, and short answers daily, everything changed. She started to feel confident in small talk. And slowly, her confidence grew into bigger conversations. This can happen for you too. You don't need to wait for the future. You can start today. When you meet someone, try a small sentence. Say, "Good evening." Say, "Nice to see you." Say, "I like your bag." These are not big sentences, but they are powerful sentences. They break the silence. They invite connection. They make you comfortable in English. And the more comfortable you are, the more fluent you become. The magic of small talk is this: it teaches you rhythm. It teaches you the music of English. It teaches you how to speak without fear. Each time you use it, you feel a little stronger. Each time you say it, you grow more natural. Small talk is like exercise for your mouth, for your tongue, for your voice. It keeps your English alive. So never underestimate it. Never think it is too small for you. Small talk is where fluency lives. The big dream of speaking English with confidence begins with these small steps. Do not wait for the day when you think you are perfect. Begin with what you can say now. Let your small talk grow into bigger talk. And soon, you will see the truth. Fluency is not a dream far away. Fluency is in your hello. Fluency is in your thank you. Fluency is in your smile, your greeting, your simple words. Remember, small talk is not small at all. It is the first key to unlock your English voice. Use it, enjoy it, and let it guide you toward the fluent speaker you want to become. Chapter 3: Self-Talk, Your Private Teacher. There is a secret that many fluent speakers know, but very few beginners practice. The secret is self-talk. It may sound simple, but it is one of the most powerful tools for learning English. Self-talk means you practice speaking English with yourself. You become your own teacher, your own student, and your own conversation partner. And the best part is, you can do it anytime and anywhere. You don't need a classroom. You don't need a teacher beside you. You only need your voice, your mind, and your courage to start. Think about this. One of the biggest problems for English learners is not having someone to practice with. Maybe your friends are not interested. Maybe your family does not speak English. Maybe you live in a place where English is not spoken at all. This makes you feel stuck, but self-talk breaks that wall. You don't need anyone else to give you permission. You can give yourself permission. You can talk to yourself about your day, your plans, your feelings, or even the objects around you. Every word you say to yourself is a step toward fluency. When you practice self-talk, something magical happens. Your brain begins to connect English with your daily life. Instead of thinking that English is a subject in a book, you start to feel that English is your own language. It becomes part of your morning, part of your evening, part of your thoughts. You do not only study English, you live it. And when you live it, fluency comes much faster. At first, self-talk may feel strange. You may feel shy, even when you are alone. You may wonder, am I crazy to talk to myself? But let me tell you this, you are not crazy, you are smart. The people who practice self-talk learn faster than those who wait for perfect conditions. Every great speaker practiced alone before speaking to the world. Every confident person built their voice in private before sharing it in public. Self-talk is your training ground. It is your safe place to make mistakes, to experiment, and to grow stronger without fear of judgment. Imagine standing in front of a mirror and saying, I am learning English. I am improving every day. I can do this. These simple sentences may look small, but they are full of power. They give you confidence. They prepare your mouth to speak. They train your brain to think in English. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes. Soon, English is not something you have to push out of your mouth. It flows naturally, because you practiced it with yourself 100 times before. Another powerful part of self-talk is repetition. When you repeat one sentence to yourself many times, it begins to live inside you. For example, if you say, I can speak English 10 times in the morning, your brain starts to believe it. And when you believe it, you act like it. Confidence is not something that comes by luck. Confidence is built by practice, and self-talk gives you unlimited practice. Do not wait for the day when someone asks you a question to finally test your English. Practice before that day comes. Talk to yourself while cooking. Talk to yourself while walking. Talk to yourself while waiting for the bus. Talk about what you see, what you feel, and what you want to do. Your world is full of things to describe. Your life is full of stories to tell. And all of them can be spoken in English through self-talk. You must understand this truth. Fluency is not about perfection. Fluency is about practice. The more you practice, the more confident you become. And no one can stop you from practicing with yourself. Self-talk is your private teacher who never judges you, never gets tired, and never asks for money. It is always there, waiting for you to begin. So today, make a choice. Do not let silence control your English journey. Open your mouth. Speak to yourself. Let your voice be heard, even if it is only by you. Because every word you speak today brings you closer to the fluent English speaker you are becoming. Chapter 4. Start small, grow big. Many learners believe they need to learn hundreds of words before they can start speaking English. They think fluency begins with a huge vocabulary and perfect grammar. But the truth is very different. Fluency begins small. It begins with one sentence, one word, one step. If you want to grow in English, you must allow yourself to start small. And when you start small, you give yourself the chance to grow big. Think about a tree. Every tree begins as a seed. The seed looks tiny and weak, but inside that seed lives the power to grow into something strong and tall. Your English is the same. One small sentence may look simple, but inside it lives the power to grow into conversations, into stories, into confidence. The mistake many learners make is waiting to be big before they start. But growth does not work that way. You must start with the seed and then let it grow. The beauty of English learning is that one small sentence can open many doors. For example, if you learn to say, "I am happy," you can grow that into many more sentences. You can say, "I am happy today." You can say, "I am happy because I learned a new word." You can say, "I am happy to meet you." Suddenly, that one sentence becomes many, and with every variation, your fluency grows stronger. When you start small, you remove pressure from yourself. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to be advanced. You only need to take the first step, and the first step is always simple. The first step might be saying good morning to yourself in English. The first step might be telling yourself what you are doing. I am drinking water. I am walking to school. I am writing in my notebook. These sentences are small, but they are alive. They connect English with your real life. And when English lives in your daily life, it becomes natural. The secret is consistency. A small step taken every day becomes a big journey. If you speak one small sentence today and another tomorrow, soon you will have a whole library of sentences living inside you. And because you built them slowly, step by step, they will not disappear. They will stay with you. You will be able to use them whenever you need them. Do not underestimate the power of small beginnings. Many learners feel embarrassed to say easy sentences. They think, "This is too simple. I need something bigger." But the truth is, simplicity is strength. If you cannot speak simple sentences, how will you speak complex ones? The strongest building is made of small bricks. The tallest mountain is climbed step by step. And fluency is built sentence by sentence. I want you to imagine the feeling of progress. 1 week ago, you could only say, "I am happy." Today, you can say 10 different sentences using the same pattern. Next week, you can use a new word with the same idea. Every day, you add a little more. Every day, you become stronger. This feeling is powerful. It gives you motivation to keep going. And this motivation will carry you further than any grammar book can. The truth is simple. You do not need to know everything to start speaking. You only need to know something. And that something, no matter how small, is enough. Speak it, repeat it, live it, and let it grow. The world does not need your perfect English. The world needs your brave English. The English that begins small but never stops growing. So today, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Stop waiting for the big day when you feel ready. Begin with what you have now. Begin with one word, one phrase, one sentence, and let that small start grow into something beautiful. Because when you start small and stay consistent, one day you will look back and realize you have grown big. Chapter 5. Daily Life. Words. Fluency does not come from difficult words that nobody uses. It comes from the simple words you need every single day. These daily life words are the real key to speaking English. They are the words that connect with your world, your routine, your experiences. And the truth is, if you master these small words and use them often, you will sound more fluent than someone who knows many rare words but never speaks them. Think about your own day. From the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep, you live in English opportunities. You wake up, you brush your teeth, you eat breakfast, you go to school or work, you meet people, you return home, you relax, and you sleep. Every single part of this routine has words connected to it, and these words are the ones you must practice. If you can describe your own day in English, you are already on the road to fluency. For example, when you wake up, you can say, I wake up, I open my eyes, I drink water. In the kitchen, you can say, I make tea, I eat bread, I wash the cup. When you are outside, you can say, I see the street, I walk to the shop, I buy fruit. These are not difficult sentences, but they are powerful because they are true for your life. They are real. And real English is always stronger than textbook English. The problem is that many learners ignore these simple words. They want to learn advanced vocabulary because it looks impressive. But what use is it to know a rare word if you cannot say, I am hungry, or I need water? The real power is in mastering the words that you actually need. Daily life words are your bridge between silence and fluency. They are the words that make English part of your reality. When you practice these words in self-talk and small talk, something changes inside you. You no longer feel that English is a distant subject in a book. You feel it living in your body, in your actions, in your habits. You wash dishes, and you say it in English. You walk to school, and you describe it in English. You meet a friend, and you greet them in English. Suddenly, English is not outside of you, it is inside your daily life. And the best part is, daily life words are easy to remember. You see them, you use them, you repeat them every day. They stay in your mind without stress. This is why they are the perfect words to build your fluency. They grow naturally, like breathing. You don't have to force them, you just have to speak them. I want you to think about this clearly. If you can describe your day in English, even in very simple sentences, you already have the foundation of fluency. Fluency is not speaking fast with big words. Fluency is speaking clearly with the words you need, and those words live in your routine. So the next time you go through your day, don't let those moments pass in silence. Use them. Speak them. Say out loud what you are doing. Talk about what you see, what you feel, what you eat, what you wear. Every small detail of your day can become English practice, and every time you do this, your confidence will grow a little more. Never forget this. The strongest English is not hidden in big dictionaries. It is right there in your simple life. It is in your food, your clothes, your house, your street, your friends, your work, your school. Daily life words are your treasure. Use them again and again. Make them your habit, and soon you will realize that fluency is not something far away. Fluency is already living in your day. Chapter 6. From Fear to Fun. One of the biggest reasons learners stop speaking English is fear. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of being laughed at. Fear of sounding different. This fear grows inside the mind until it feels bigger than the words themselves. And when fear is in control, silence becomes stronger than your voice. But here is the truth. Fear does not need to be your prison. You can turn that fear into fun. You can take the same energy that makes you nervous and use it to make yourself curious, playful, and free. Think about the first time you tried to speak English in front of someone. Maybe your hands felt cold. Maybe your heart was beating fast. You wanted to say something, but your voice was weak. The person in front of you waited, and that silence made you even more nervous. This moment feels terrible, but it happens to every learner. And yet, inside that fear is a hidden gift, because fear shows that you care. Fear means your dream matters to you. And anything that matters can also become fun if you look at it differently. What if, instead of being afraid of mistakes, you started to play with them? Imagine making a mistake and laughing about it. Imagine treating it like a funny game. Suddenly, the mistake is no longer heavy. It becomes light. It becomes something you can learn from. This is how children learn. They do not cry when they use the wrong word. They laugh, they repeat, and they try again. That is why children learn faster than adults. They make fear small and make fun big. You can do the same. Start with small conversations and allow yourself to be playful. If you forget a word, describe it another way. If your grammar feels broken, still keep speaking. If you say something wrong, smile and correct yourself. Every mistake is not a wall, it is a step, and every step takes you closer to fluency. The only mistake that can stop you is silence. As long as you keep speaking, you are always winning. When you begin to see English as fun, everything changes. The pressure disappears. You no longer feel that every sentence must be perfect. Instead, you enjoy the sound of your own voice. You enjoy the rhythm of English words. You enjoy the little victories, like greeting someone, ordering food, or telling a short story. These moments bring joy, not fear, and joy is the best teacher you will ever find. I want you to imagine your English journey as a game. Every sentence you speak is a point. Every new word you use is a bonus. Every mistake is not a loss, but a lesson. And the more you play, the better you become. You cannot lose this game as long as you keep playing. Fear wants you to stop. Fun invites you to continue. Choose fun, and your fluency will grow naturally. The secret is simple. Fear makes you freeze. Fun makes you move. And fluency only comes to those who move. When you turn speaking into a fun habit, you will never run out of energy. You will wake up excited to try a new sentence. You will smile when you remember a word at the right time. You will even laugh when you make a mistake, because you know it is part of your growth. So let this chapter be your turning point. From today, do not let fear decide your future. Take that fear and change it into fun. Speak with joy, even if your words are not perfect. Celebrate the small wins. Laugh at the mistakes. Enjoy the process. Because English is not just about rules and exams. It is about connection, expression, and life. And when you learn to make it fun, fluency will no longer feel far away. It will feel like something you already carry inside you. Chapter 7. Talk to yourself first. The journey to fluency always begins with one person. That person is not your teacher. It is not your classmate. It is not a stranger on the street. The first person you must talk to is yourself. Talking to yourself is not strange. It is smart. It is powerful. And it is the safest and most effective way to build your English voice before you use it with others. When you talk to yourself, you remove all fear of judgment. No one is there to laugh at you. No one is there to correct you. No one is there to make you feel small. You are free. You can say anything, try anything, repeat anything. This freedom is important because it gives your voice space to grow. Every speaker you admire today once practiced alone. They built their words in private before they spoke them in public. And you can do the same. Think about this. Every day you have thousands of thoughts in your mind. Most of these thoughts are in your first language. But what if you started to speak some of them in English? Imagine walking into your kitchen and saying, "I am making tea." Imagine looking into the mirror and saying, "I look tired today." Imagine finishing your work and saying, "I am done." These are not big sentences, but when you speak them to yourself, they become practice. They become training. They become steps toward fluency. The best part is that self-conversation is always available. You don't need to wait for a class. You don't need to wait for a friend. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. You can talk to yourself in the morning when you wake up. You can talk to yourself on the bus. You can talk to yourself while cleaning your room. Every minute of your life can become a chance to practice if you choose to speak out loud. Some learners worry that self-talk feels silly, but think about athletes. Before they play in front of thousands of people, they practice alone. They train in silence. They repeat the same moves until their body remembers. Self-talk is the same for English learners. You are training your mouth, your brain, and your memory. And the more you train in private, the more natural you will feel in public. Here is the secret. Talking to yourself builds confidence faster than waiting to talk to others. If you wait for opportunities, they may come once a week. But if you create your own opportunities, you can practice every single day. And confidence is built by practice, not by waiting. Every sentence you say to yourself makes your next conversation easier. Start simple. Don't try to speak long stories at first. Begin with short sentences about what you see, what you do, or how you feel. Then slowly, as you grow more comfortable, add details. Instead of saying, "I am eating," you can say, "I am eating rice. It is hot. It tastes good." See how a small sentence grows naturally? This is how your fluency grows, step by step, detail by detail, every time you talk to yourself. Talking to yourself also helps you discover your weak points. You may realize that you don't know how to say a certain word. That is good. It shows you what to learn next. You may hear your sentence and feel it is broken. That is also good. It means you are paying attention, and you can correct yourself. Self-talk is not just practice, it is self-teaching. So from today, stop waiting for someone to appear and practice with you. Be your first partner. Be your best partner. Talk to yourself before you talk to anyone else. Build your confidence in private, so when the moment comes to speak with others, you are ready. Because the truth is, fluency begins in your own voice, in your own room, with your own words. And once you learn to talk to yourself first, you will never be afraid to talk to the world. Chapter 8. The Magic of Repetition. Fluency is not about knowing something once. It is about knowing it so well that it becomes part of you. And the secret to making English part of you is repetition. Many learners avoid repetition because they think it is boring. They want something new all the time. But the truth is, repetition is not boring. Repetition is magic. It is the force that changes words into habits, and habits into fluency. Think about how children learn to speak. They do not learn by reading grammar rules. They do not learn by memorizing vocabulary lists. They learn by hearing the same words again and again. They hear mama, papa, water, sleep, hundreds of times. Then they try to say it. They repeat it over and over until it becomes natural. This is the way the human brain learns best. It learns through repetition. When you repeat a sentence many times, something powerful happens. First, your mouth learns the movement. Second, your brain learns the rhythm. Third, your memory becomes stronger. Suddenly, the sentence is no longer a stranger. It becomes your own. It lives inside you. And when you need it in real life, it comes out quickly, without effort. That is the magic. I remember one learner who practiced the sentence, "Can you help me please?" She repeated it every day for a week. At first, she said it slowly, with mistakes. By the third day it became faster. By the seventh day, she said it naturally, like a native speaker. And one day, she actually needed to ask someone for help. The sentence came out perfectly. Why? Because she had repeated it so much that it was already inside her. This is what repetition gives you. It takes English from the page and puts it into your life. The more you repeat, the less you hesitate. The less you hesitate, the more confident you become. And confidence is the real secret of fluency. The mistake many learners make is moving too fast. They learn one sentence today and throw it away tomorrow. They collect many words but master none. This is like planting a seed and never watering it. The seed will never grow, but if you water the same seed every day, it becomes a tree. Repetition is that water. It makes your English grow strong roots. You don't need to repeat hundreds of sentences at once. Start with a few important ones. Choose the sentences you need in daily life. For example, how are you? I am fine. What is this? I like it. Repeat them again and again. Say them in the morning. Say them in the evening. Say them when you are alone. Say them until they feel natural. Then add new ones. Slowly, your English will expand, and every sentence will stay with you. Repetition also trains your thinking. At first, your brain translates from your language into English. This is slow, but if you repeat the same English sentences often, your brain will stop translating. It will start thinking directly in English. This is the real power of repetition. It is not just about memory. It is about changing the way your brain works. So never be afraid to repeat. Never think it is a waste of time. Every time you repeat, you are making English stronger inside you. Every time you repeat, you are building speed, confidence, and fluency. Repetition is not the enemy of progress. It is the engine of progress. Remember this. Fluency is not built in a day. It is built in daily practice. And repetition is the bridge that takes you from learning to living. Speak the same sentence again and again until it belongs to you. Because once it belongs to you, no one can take it away. That is the magic of repetition. Chapter 9. Small Talk with People. Speaking to yourself is the first step, but to grow even more, you must begin speaking with other people. This is where small talk becomes your best tool. Small talk is not about deep subjects. It is not about long speeches. It is about short, simple, everyday conversations that connect you with others. And the truth is, these small conversations can make a big difference in your fluency. Many learners feel nervous when they meet someone. They think they need perfect grammar. They think they need big words. But people do not expect that. What people enjoy most is kindness, interest, and a few simple words spoken with confidence. That is why small talk is so powerful. It is the bridge that takes you from silence to communication. Imagine you are at a shop. The person at the counter gives you your things. You look at them and say, "Thank you. Have a nice day." That short sentence is small talk. Imagine you see your classmate and ask, "How are you?" They answer, "I'm good." That is small talk too. It may look small, but it is not. It is real practice. It is real connection. And it is the kind of English you will use for the rest of your life. The more you use small talk with people, the less nervous you will feel. At first, your voice may shake. You may speak too quickly or too slowly. But each time you try, your body becomes more relaxed. Your words come easier. Your smile grows stronger. This is how confidence is built, not in one big moment, but in many small ones. Think of small talk like exercise for your fluency. Every time you greet someone, you train your English muscles. Every time you say thank you practice your tone. Every time you ask a simple question, you practice listening as well as speaking. And just like exercise, the more you do it, the stronger you become. The beauty of small talk is that it is everywhere. You don't need to wait for a special event. Opportunities are around you every day. The bus driver, the shopkeeper, the person sitting next to you, your classmate, even a stranger on the street, all of them give you a chance to practice. And when you take these chances, you will notice something amazing. People respond with kindness. They smile. They answer. They may even continue the conversation. Suddenly, you are not only practicing English, you are building real connections. Do not be afraid of mistakes when you try small talk. Most people will not care if your sentence is not perfect. They will notice your effort. They will respect your courage. And that respect will give you more confidence to keep going. The biggest mistake is not speaking at all. Even if your words are simple, they are still powerful. Start with greetings. Practice hello. Practice good morning. Practice how are you. Then move to comments about the weather, food, or your surroundings. Say, "It's hot today." Say, "The tea is good." Say, "The park looks beautiful." These small sentences are easy, but they bring life to your conversations. From there, you can slowly add more. One day, you will look back and realize that these little talks gave you big fluency. Remember, this small talk with people is not small. It is the key that opens doors to bigger conversations, to friendships, to opportunities. It turns strangers into friends and fear into confidence. So the next time you meet someone, don't stay silent. Use your English. Use your smile. Say something small, because that small step may change your whole journey. Chapter 10. Build your English world. Fluency is not something you practice only once a week. It is not something that lives only in the classroom. True fluency happens when English becomes part of your daily life. You must build your own English world. A world where you hear English, see English, speak English, and think English every day. When English is around you like air, your brain begins to accept it as normal. And when it feels normal, fluency grows naturally. Think about this. If you only touch English for a few minutes, it will always feel foreign. It will feel like something outside of you. But if you make English part of your morning, part of your work, part of your free time, then it becomes your companion. It becomes your daily habit. It becomes your world. And in that world, you no longer study English. You live it. Building your English world starts small. Change little things. Switch your phone to English. Watch short videos in English. Read simple signs, messages, or captions in English. Talk to yourself while you cook or while you walk. Listen to English songs, even if you don't understand every word. All these small actions create an environment where English is not a subject anymore, it is a lifestyle. Imagine waking up in the morning and starting your day with English. You look at yourself in the mirror and say, "Good morning. Today I will learn." You check your phone and the language is English. You play a short video and listen to a native speaker. You hear the rhythm of their words and you repeat after them. You are not in a classroom, but you are still learning. This is what it means to live in your English world. The secret is exposure. The more you expose yourself to English, the more your brain gets used to it. At first, it may feel difficult. You may not understand everything, but slowly your brain starts to catch patterns. You begin to recognize words. You begin to understand the sound. And one day, you realize you are no longer translating in your head. You are thinking directly in English. That is the power of building an English world. Many learners say they do not have time, but the truth is, you don't need extra time. You just need to replace some of the things you already do. Instead of watching one video in your first language, watch it in English. Instead of listening to a song in your language, try an English song. Instead of writing your to-do list in your language, write it in English. These small changes make a big difference. Step by step, your whole day becomes full of practice without feeling like study. Another important part of your English world is people. Surround yourself with people who support your learning. Maybe it is a teacher. Maybe it is a friend. Maybe it is an online group. Every conversation, every connection, every bit of encouragement adds to your world. And when you have people to share your progress with, you feel stronger. You feel motivated. You feel less alone in the journey. Building an English world is not about perfection. It is about consistency. Even if you make mistakes, you are still living in English. Even if you understand only half, you are still training your brain. Every single day you stay in your English world, you are becoming more fluent. You may not notice it immediately, but one day you will speak, and the words will come out smoothly. That moment will prove that your world has shaped your fluency. So do not keep English as a visitor in your life. Make it a resident. Make it part of your day, your habits, your identity. Build your English world piece by piece. Because when you live inside it, fluency is not a dream. It becomes your reality. Chapter 11. Confidence, not perfection. Many learners believe they must be perfect before they can speak English. They wait for the day when they know all the grammar, when their pronunciation is flawless, when every word is correct. But that day never comes, because perfection is not real. If you wait for perfection, you will wait forever. What you need is not perfection. What you need is confidence. Confidence is what gives life to your English. Confidence is what makes people listen to you. Confidence is what allows you to share your thoughts, even if the grammar is not perfect. When you speak with confidence, people feel your message. They understand your heart. They connect with your energy. And that is far more important than speaking like a textbook. Think about this. Even native speakers make mistakes every single day. They forget words, they use the wrong tense, they stop and correct themselves. But they do not stop speaking. They continue, they laugh, and they keep going. This is why they sound natural. Not because they are perfect, but because they are confident. When you speak English, people are not looking for perfection. They are looking for communication. They want to know what you think, how you feel, what you believe. They want to connect with you as a person. And if you wait for perfect English, they will never hear your voice. But if you speak with confidence, they will respect you, admire you, and enjoy speaking with you. The truth is, confidence is something you can build. It is not a gift that some people have and others don't. It is a muscle, and the more you use it, the stronger it grows. Start small. Speak short sentences with energy. Look at yourself in the mirror and speak loudly. Record your voice and listen back. Every time you speak, even in private, you are training your confidence. One of the best ways to build confidence is to celebrate small wins. Did you greet someone in English today? That is a win. Did you order food in English? That is a win. Did you speak one full sentence without translating? That is a win. Every win makes your confidence grow, and when confidence grows, fluency follows. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are not signs of failure. Mistakes are signs of learning. Every mistake is proof that you tried, and every try makes you better than before. The person who never makes mistakes is the person who never speaks. But the person who speaks, even with mistakes, is already ahead. Confidence also comes from attitude. If you enter a conversation with fear, your words will hide. But if you enter with courage, your words will flow. Even if your English is simple, your attitude makes it powerful. A smile, eye contact, and a clear voice can make your English stronger than any complicated grammar rule. So stop chasing perfection. Start building confidence. Use the English you have now. Speak it proudly. Share your ideas, your stories, your feelings. Let people see your courage. Because fluency is not about being perfect. It is about being confident enough to speak, again and again, until English becomes natural. Remember this: perfection is a dream that keeps you silent. Confidence is the key that sets your voice free. Choose confidence, and you will discover that fluency is already waiting for you. Chapter 12. Speak to the world. You have practiced small talk. You have practiced self-talk. You have learned to start small and repeat until the words become yours. You have used daily life words. You have turned fear into fun. You have built confidence, step by step. Now it is time for the final stage. It is time to speak to the world. Speaking to the world does not mean giving a perfect speech on a big stage. It does not mean having all the answers. Speaking to the world means opening your mouth and sharing your English with real people. It means using your voice outside the safety of your room. It means showing the world that you are ready, even if you are still learning. The first time you speak English to someone new, it may feel difficult. Your hands may shake, your heart may beat faster. But remember, you have already prepared. You practiced alone. You repeated sentences. You made English part of your life. You built your confidence. All of that training is inside you, and now is the time to use it. Start with small steps. Speak to a shopkeeper, greet a stranger, say thank you to someone in English. Each time you do this, you are proving to yourself that you can. These small moments may not look big, but they are the true building blocks of fluency. Every time you speak, the fear becomes smaller. Every time you speak, your courage becomes bigger. Speaking to the world also means sharing your English with different people. Talk to classmates. Talk to colleagues. Talk to travelers, teachers, or friends online. Each person gives you a new chance to practice. Each conversation gives you new energy. And even if you only speak a few words, you are already growing. You are already building the future speaker inside you. Do not wait for someone to push you. Do not wait for someone to invite you. Push yourself. Invite yourself. Take the first step. Ask a question. Answer a greeting. Share a thought. You may think your English is too small, but the world does not need your perfection. The world needs your courage. The truth is, the world is full of opportunities to practice. English is spoken everywhere. On the internet, in movies, in songs, in books, in games, in conversations around you. All you need to do is step in. The moment you say your first word to another person, you have crossed the line. You are no longer just a learner, you are a speaker, and here is the most beautiful part. The more you speak, the more you discover yourself. You discover that you can communicate. You discover that people listen. You discover that mistakes are not the end, they are the beginning of better sentences. With every conversation, you grow not only as an English speaker, but also as a confident person. Speaking to the world is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a new one. It is the moment where your private practice turns into public power. It is the moment where silence becomes voice. And once you speak to the world, you will never want to stop. So take this step today. Do not hide your voice. Do not wait for tomorrow. The world is waiting to hear you. Speak with confidence. Speak with courage. Speak with joy. Because your English story is not just about learning words. It is about sharing your life, your ideas, and your dreams. And when you do that, you will see that fluency is not far away. It is already inside you, ready to shine. If this video helped you, give it a like and share it with someone who is learning English. Comment one simple sentence in English below. I'll be reading them. And don't forget to subscribe for more lessons that make English easy and fun. Your fluency starts now.